Have you ever stepped outside on a warm summer evening hoping to relax, only to be driven back indoors by mosquitoes within minutes? You light a candle. You spray something full of chemicals. Maybe you plug in a buzzing device. And for a short time it seems to help, until it doesn't. But what if your yard could protect itself? What if, instead of constantly fighting mosquitoes with temporary solutions, you could create a natural defense? A living system of plants that not only look beautiful but actively keep insects away? Because here's the reality, some plants don't just grow quietly in the background. They release natural scents into the air, compounds that mosquitoes simply can't stand. And when these plants are placed thoughtfully, they form invisible zones of protection around your space. Today, you're going to discover 8 powerful plants that help repel mosquitoes and turn your yard into a place you can actually enjoy again. Let's get started. 1. Scented geranium. Scented geraniums are a perfect combination of beauty and purpose. At first glance, they appear to be purely decorative with soft leaves and delicate flowers, but they offer much more than just looks. Certain varieties, especially citronella-scented geraniums, release a fresh, lemon-like aroma that helps keep mosquitoes away. This fragrance comes from essential oils stored in the leaves, and it becomes stronger when the plant is touched or warmed by sunlight. One of their biggest advantages is versatility. They grow well in containers, hanging baskets, and window boxes, making them ideal for patios, balconies, or small outdoor areas. Wherever you place them, they provide both visual appeal and natural protection. Placing them near entrances, windows, or seating areas allows their scent to gently spread where you spend the most time. When grouped together, their effect becomes even more noticeable. They prefer sunny spots with well-drained soil and respond well to regular watering and light pruning. Removing old blooms encourages continuous flowering, helping the plant stay full and vibrant throughout the season. Visually scented geraniums add softness and charm. Their blooms range from light pink to deep red, while their textured leaves create depth and interest. They don't just protect your space, they enhance it. And like many aromatic plants, they can be activated. Gently rubbing the leaves releases a stronger scent, instantly increasing their mosquito-repelling effect. Scented geraniums show that protection doesn't have to be harsh or artificial. It can be natural, subtle, and beautifully integrated into your garden. 2. Eucalyptus. Eucalyptus is one of the most recognizable fragrant plants in the world. Its scent is fresh, sharp, and almost cooling. And while it feels refreshing to us, it's exactly what mosquitoes try to avoid. The effectiveness of eucalyptus comes from its essential oils, especially compounds like eucalyptol. These natural chemicals interfere with a mosquito's ability to detect human scent, making it harder for them to find you. Instead of attracting insects, eucalyptus creates an environment they instinctively stay away from. One of its greatest strengths is how widely its scent spreads. On warm days, the plant naturally releases its oils into the air, forming a subtle protective zone. When placed near patios, entrances, or seating areas, it can noticeably reduce mosquito presence. In warm climates, eucalyptus can grow into a large shrub or even a tree, adding height and structure to your garden. Its silvery green foliage creates a beautiful contrast against darker plants. In cooler regions or smaller spaces, it grows well in containers, allowing you to move it where protection is needed most. You can also intensify its effect manually. Crushing or rubbing the leaves releases a stronger aroma, and some people even place cut branches indoors or near windows for added protection. Eucalyptus thrives in full sun and well-drained soil. Once established, it becomes quite drought-tolerant and grows quickly, making it a great option for building a natural barrier in a short time. Beyond its practical use, eucalyptus adds a calming, spa-like atmosphere to your space. Its scent makes the air feel cleaner and more refreshing, transforming your yard into a place that feels peaceful and inviting. It's more than just a plant. It's an experience that quietly protects while enhancing your entire outdoor environment. 3. Pennyroyal. Pennyroyal might not be as widely recognized as other herbs, but it's one of the most powerful natural options for keeping mosquitoes away. This low-growing plant releases a strong, mint-like scent that insects tend to avoid instinctively. Its effectiveness comes from its concentrated essential oils, which act as a natural repellent. Even a small patch can influence the surrounding air, making the area far less attractive to mosquitoes. Because it spreads easily, pennyroyal works well as ground cover. It can fill empty spaces between plants, line pathways, or form a low, dense border around areas you want to protect. As it grows, it creates a soft green layer that looks simple but serves an important purpose. However, its strength also requires caution. Pennyroyal contains compounds that can be toxic if consumed, especially by pets or in larger quantities. For that reason, it should be planted carefully, away from areas where children or animals might reach it. When used properly, it becomes a highly effective tool. It's not a casual addition to the garden, but a plant best used strategically in controlled spaces. It grows well in full sun to partial shade and prefers soil that drains well. Once established, it requires very little maintenance and adapts easily to different conditions, making it suitable for gardeners who want low-effort solutions. Visually, pennyroyal is understated. It doesn't stand out with large flowers or dramatic height. Instead, it stays close to the ground, working quietly without drawing attention. And that's exactly where its strength lies. It's not meant to be the centerpiece. It's there to protect. 4. Citronella grass. Citronella is often considered one of the most effective mosquito-repelling plants, and for good reason. This tall, graceful grass releases a strong citrus scent that disrupts how mosquitoes locate people. Rather than killing them, it interferes with their ability to track you by scent. Mosquitoes rely heavily on smell, especially carbon dioxide and body odors, to find their targets. When citronella fills the air, it masks those signals, making it much harder for them to detect you. What makes citronella especially useful is its constant effect. Unlike sprays or candles that wear off, a living plant works continuously. When planted in groups, especially around patios, seating areas, or entry points, it forms a natural aromatic barrier. It's like creating a protective zone around your space. Placement plays a key role. A single plant won't have much impact, but several placed together can make a noticeable difference. You can line them along pathways, position them near outdoor furniture, or use containers to surround areas where you spend time. Citronella grows best in warm, sunny conditions. It prefers well-drained soil and needs regular watering while establishing. Once mature, it becomes relatively easy to maintain. In cooler climates, it can be grown in pots and moved indoors during colder seasons. From a visual standpoint, citronella adds height and movement to your garden. Its long, arching leaves sway gently in the wind, creating a natural, relaxed look that blends well with other plants. Over time, citronella becomes more than just a decorative plant. It becomes part of your garden's natural defense, working quietly in the background, providing consistent protection without effort. 5. Lavender. Lavender is one of those unique plants that benefits both you and your garden at the same time. Its soft purple blooms and soothing fragrance are well known for creating a sense of calm. Yet for mosquitoes, that same scent is far from pleasant. The reason lies in its natural oils. Lavender contains compounds such as linalool and linaloyl acetate, which interfere with how mosquitoes sense their surroundings. In simple terms, it makes it harder for them to detect you, encouraging them to stay away. What makes lavender especially interesting is the contrast. For us, its scent is gentle and relaxing. For insects, it's overwhelming. You can brush against the plant, release its fragrance, and enjoy the calming effect, all while creating a natural barrier in your space. Placement matters. Lavender works best when planted along pathways, near windows, or around outdoor seating areas. As sunlight warms the plant, it releases more of its natural oils, strengthening its scent and increasing its effectiveness. It prefers full sun and well-drained soil, often thriving in slightly dry conditions. In fact, too much water can be more harmful than too little. Once established, lavender becomes drought-tolerant and requires very little maintenance. Beyond repelling mosquitoes, lavender also supports your garden ecosystem. It attracts bees, butterflies, and other pollinators while discouraging unwanted pests, helping maintain a natural balance. Visually, it adds softness and color. Its purple flowers stand out beautifully against green foliage, and when planted in groups, it creates a calm, almost peaceful atmosphere. As evening falls and its scent lingers in the air, lavender turns your garden into a relaxing retreat, a place where you can unwind without constantly dealing with mosquitoes. 6. Rosemary. Rosemary is not just a kitchen herb, it's also a strong natural protector for your outdoor space. Its bold, woody aroma, often described as slightly pine-like, is refreshing to us but unpleasant for mosquitoes. The plant's essential oils contain compounds like cineol and camphor, which disrupt how mosquitoes locate people. Rather than eliminating them, rosemary creates an environment they instinctively avoid. One of rosemary's greatest advantages is its flexibility. When planted, it slowly releases aromatic compounds into the air, offering passive protection. But it can also be used more actively. For example, placing sprigs on a grill, fire pit, or hot coals releases a stronger burst of scent, creating a natural insect-repelling smoke, especially useful during evening gatherings. Where you place rosemary makes a difference. It works best along garden edges, near seating areas, or in pots on patios and balconies. The closer it is to where you spend time, the more noticeable its effect will be. Rosemary thrives in sunny, warm conditions and prefers slightly dry soil. Overwatering can harm it, which makes it perfect for low-maintenance gardens or areas with limited water. Once established, it becomes hardy and long-lasting. In terms of appearance, rosemary adds structure and texture. Its upright stems and needle-like leaves create a clean, organized look that works well in both decorative and edible gardens. It can also be shaped or trimmed into small hedges or compact forms. And there's an extra benefit, and it's edible. Fresh rosemary can be used in cooking, adding rich flavor to a variety of dishes. Rosemary is a plant that combines multiple roles effortlessly. It protects your space, enhances your garden's appearance, and contributes to your kitchen, all at the same time. 7. Marigolds. Marigolds are usually grown for their bold, vivid colors. Bright yellows, deep oranges, and warm gold tones that instantly bring life to any garden. But behind that cheerful display is a plant with a surprisingly strong protective role. These flowers contain pyrethrum, a natural compound commonly used in insect repellent products. It affects the nervous systems of various insects, making marigolds effective not only against mosquitoes, but also against pests like aphids, whiteflies, and even some soil insects. One of the reasons marigolds are so useful is how easily they fit into any garden layout. You can plant them around vegetable beds, use them to border pathways, or place them near entrances like doors and windows. Wherever they grow, they act as a natural barrier, a living shield that helps keep pests away. Their scent plays an important role. While it may seem mild to us, it's strong enough to confuse and repel many insects. When planted in clusters, this effect becomes stronger, creating a wider zone of protection. Marigolds are also very easy to grow. They do well in full sun, adapt to different soil conditions, and need very little maintenance once established. Regular watering and removing spent flowers will keep them blooming continuously, providing both color and protection throughout the season. From a design perspective, they are highly versatile. Their bright colors can outline garden beds, highlight borders, or fill empty spaces with energy. They work equally well alongside ornamental plants and vegetables, making them popular in companion planting. They also contribute to the overall health of the garden. By reducing pest populations naturally, they help protect surrounding plants without relying on chemical treatments. This supports a healthier, more balanced ecosystem where beneficial insects can thrive. Marigolds show that a plant can be both decorative and practical. What looks like simple beauty is actually working quietly to protect your garden every day. 8. Lemon balm. Lemon balm may appear to be a soft, simple green herb, but it has a powerful effect that goes far beyond its appearance. This plant releases a fresh citrus fragrance that mosquitoes strongly dislike. To us, it feels light and refreshing. To insects, it signals them to stay away. Its effectiveness comes from natural oils that contain citronellol, a compound closely related to what's found in citronella. These oils help mask the scents mosquitoes use to locate people, making the area less attractive to them. One of lemon balm's biggest advantages is how quickly it grows. It spreads easily, forming dense patches of greenery that act like a natural barrier. When planted in groups, it creates a protective zone where insects are less likely to linger. However, its fast growth can also become a drawback if not controlled. Like mint, lemon balm can spread aggressively when planted directly in the ground. That's why many gardeners choose to grow it in containers, where it stays manageable while still providing its benefits. It's also very easy to use on demand. Simply rubbing or crushing the leaves releases its oils instantly, either into the air or onto your skin, offering quick, natural protection, especially useful during outdoor gatherings. Lemon balm grows well in full sun to partial shade and adapts easily to different soil types. It's low maintenance, resilient, and a great choice for beginners. In addition to its practical benefits, it adds a soft, natural texture to the garden. Its rounded leaves and light green color create a fresh, calming look that blends easily with other plants. In many ways, lemon balm works quietly in the background. Subtle, fast-growing, and constantly providing protection without drawing attention. 9. Catnip. Catnip is widely known for its effect on cats, but what many people don't realize is that it's also one of the most effective natural plants for repelling mosquitoes. Research has shown that catnip can outperform some synthetic repellents. Its strength comes from a compound called nepetalactone, which mosquitoes find highly unpleasant. This compound interferes with their ability to detect humans, making them far less likely to approach. One of the advantages of catnip is that it works without any extra effort. As it grows, it naturally releases its active compounds into the air, creating a protective zone around it. When the leaves are touched or crushed, the effect becomes even stronger. Catnip is also extremely easy to grow. It adapts to different conditions, tolerates poor soil, and spreads quickly. This makes it an excellent choice for gardeners who want strong results without much maintenance. However, there is one important consideration: cats. The plant can attract them from a distance, and once they find it, they may roll in it, chew it, or damage it. To avoid this, it's best to plant catnip in less accessible areas or grow it in containers for better control. In terms of appearance, catnip has a soft, natural look. Its small leaves and delicate flowers give it a slightly wild, meadow-like feel that blends well into relaxed garden designs. It's a great example of a plant with quiet power, simple in appearance, yet highly effective where it counts. 10. Sage. Sage is a plant with a long history, valued not only for its flavor but also for its protective qualities. Known for centuries as a cleansing herb, it carries a rich, earthy aroma that naturally helps repel mosquitoes and other insects. Its effectiveness comes from its essential oils, which contain compounds such as cineol, camphor, and thujone. These create a scent that disrupts how mosquitoes locate their targets. While the aroma feels warm and grounding to us, insects tend to avoid it. Sage works in two different ways. When planted, it provides a steady, passive form of protection. Its scent gently spreads through the surrounding area, making it less appealing for insects. Planted near patios, pathways, or seating areas, it helps create a more comfortable environment. But sage becomes even more powerful when used actively. Placing leaves or small branches on a grill, fire pit, or hot coals releases its oils as fragrant smoke. This creates an immediate effect, a natural cloud that helps keep mosquitoes away, especially during warm evenings when they are most active. The process is simple but effective. A few sprigs of sage on the heat source, a slow release of aromatic smoke, and the space quickly feels calmer and more pleasant. Sage grows best in full sun with well-drained soil and prefers slightly dry conditions. Once established, it is drought-tolerant and requires very little maintenance, making it ideal for low-effort gardening. Visually, sage brings a soft, subtle beauty. Its silvery green leaves provide contrast to brighter plants, and its slightly fuzzy texture adds a natural, rustic feel. It fits well in both herb gardens and decorative landscapes. And like rosemary, sage offers an additional benefit: it's edible. Fresh leaves can be used in cooking, adding depth and warmth to a variety of dishes. Sage is more than just a plant. It creates an atmosphere. It combines scent, function, and tradition, turning your outdoor space into something more intentional and peaceful. In a world full of artificial solutions, sage is a reminder that sometimes the simplest, most traditional methods are still the most effective.